Hello, everyone, and welcome to the May edition of Suite 301. I'm Sandy Sanderson, coming to you live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We're going to bring you updates around all of our Colt Club sports leagues, give you insight as to what's going on, and make sure you can always watch our Suite 301 shows on our Suite 301 page on Facebook and YouTube.
Yes, sir, and remember to like our Facebook pages and follow our Twitter accounts for the latest news and updates. Also subscribe to our YouTube channels for all the videos from around the leagues and previous episodes of Suite 301.
It's good to be back talking sports in May. You know,
yeah, it is.
For those of you that are new to our organization, usually when we hit the month of May 1st, that calendar page turns, and we just, in the office, we normally look at each other and say, it's May. Who knows what day? It's just May just runs together. It's so crazy. So last May, it was like sitting around twiddling our thumbs. But now we're back to a little bit sense of normalcy, playing some baseball, playing some softball, and got a lot to talk about in those topics right now. So let's get after it. Let's talk about let's get into baseball and kind of recap where we are as of today.
Yeah, we got a lot of games played this past weekend. A lot of teams clinched playoff spots. You get a little brief recap right there, but certainly things to note. Nebraska 17-0 overall, 12-0 in conference. I know they're excited to move into regionals, and we'll recap the regional matchups in a few minutes, but good to see them making their regional. I know they're usually in a tough spot. They usually make the regional out in the Mid-America, but good to see them having a successful season. Iowa State, a team that also no stranger to regionals, at 20-8 overall, 11-1 in conference. They're the number one seed going in the Northern Plains Regional, take on a tough North Dakota State team coming up this weekend. Salisbury, a Division II team, normally in normal years, they're 13-1 overall. They're going to certainly make or try to make a deep run in the playoffs. And you got Gonzaga, just like their basketball team, 12-0, undefeated. Their varsity basketball team, 12-0, undefeated in the regular season. They're excited to get out to the no-pack regionals. You both also have Kansas State, Missouri, S&T clinching regional spots. They got both of them 12-win seasons, so hats off to them. North Dakota claimed the Northern Plains title with 11-3 overall record, and then big dog East Carolina back at it, 10-2. They clinch the South Atlantic North title. So a lot of exciting things happened this past weekend, and like I said, a lot of teams clinching spots. All the spots for regionals are finalized, and we're heading into this busy weekend. Excited to see who is making it to the national championship.
Yeah, I know a lot of our staff head out this Thursday to start traveling to those regional sites because regional playoffs kick off this Friday. So let's dive into some of those regional matchups so people can see what they're going to who's going to be playing who to kick off regionals.
Yeah, we got regionals, like Sandy said, starting this Friday, May 14th, in the Great Lakes. You have number 1 Iowa taking on number 4 Adrian, and we have Iowa's head coach Jamie O'Meara joining us here in just a little bit to talk about that matchup. You got Bowling Green and West Virginia playing on the other side of the bracket, number 2 versus number 3. In the Mid-America Regional, you have Nebraska, who we talked about, 17-0, taking on number 3 Missouri Science and Technology. And then you have Kansas State playing Wayne State, which excited to see because Wayne State was a new team for this spring, came on board last minute, said we're allowed to play. We got the team up and running. So I'm excited to see that things paid off for them, and they're going to get to play in a regional tournament and play for a chance to be in the national championship. So that's a good feel-good story right there. And then North Atlantic, we got a best-of-3 series. Salisbury's hosting Sacred Heart. I know Salisbury will be the home team for the Game 1. Sacred Heart will be home team for Game 2. And if a rubber match is needed, Salisbury will get the advantage being the home team in that third game. The Northern Pacific Regional, we have number 1 Gonzaga taking on number 3 Oregon, and then number 2 Utah State taking on number 4 Eastern Washington. The reason for those matchups, Gonzaga and Eastern Washington being from the same conference, so we matched it up as a 1-3 versus 2-4. So that'll be a double elimination potentially 7-game regional tournament. In the Northern Plains, you have Iowa State taking on number 4 North Dakota State, and then number 2 North Dakota taking on Northern Iowa. And last but not least, you have the South Atlantic Regional, number 1 East Carolina taking on number 4 Lander, and then Georgia Tech taking on Virginia Tech. So exciting stuff. A lot of good matchups. I'm not, exactly sure how it's all going to play out. A lot of teams playing some unfamiliar opponents, so should be exciting.
Yeah, it should be fun to for these guys to get back there and play some championship level baseball. Something they were denied last spring. So good to see the boys getting back on the field and being able to compete for a title and a chance to move on another step to the National Championship World Series in Pittsburgh, Kansas.
Yes. So.
All right, so let's talk real quick about that World Series format up in Pittsburgh. As you saw there in the regional playoffs, there's 6 regional tournaments this year. That's the number of regions we were able to develop with teams that were cleared to play this year. So 6 automatic bids will go to create the 8-team field for the double elimination National Championship World Series. 7-inning contests. We're playing Division II baseball rules this year since we have a hybrid of D1, D2, and D3 teams competing in the league. So with an 8-team field, 6 automatic qualifiers. So Sunday night, the NCBA committee is going to be getting together and evaluating the performance of all the runner-ups from the regional playoffs, and 2 at-large bids to the World Series will be given out to round out that field of 8. So stay tuned. I think some people will get, of course, go out there, win your regional, take care of your own destiny. But 2 other teams are going to get a second nod at a chance at a national championship. So.
Yeah. So just to reiterate, if you do finish second, don't tell your guys pack it up and go home. Wait. You might get a call from us Sunday night, but making sure we have two openings for at-large bids to go to regionals, and that second opening just opened up yesterday. So hopefully you guys are all aware of that. But we have 2 openings, so if you finish second, you still have a chance of making the national championship tournament.
All right, good stuff. Well, I think the next step. Let's talk real quick about the long ball challenge.
Yes, Marucci Long Ball Challenge. We are still actually taking applications. I've actually personally reached out to a couple people to see if they'd be interested, guys up on the home run leaderboard, to see if they'd be interested in coming out. So if you are interested in participating in that event, which is a great event, please reach out to myself or Eric Curator. There is an application online that you can fill out. I could certainly pass it along to you. So if you're watching and you want to participate in that event, come out to Pittsburgh, Kansas. Please let me know. We would love to have you. So information about the event is listed there on the screen. As
always, the 8 teams that make the World Series get to place a contestant in the long ball challenge. So there's 8 automatic there, but we like to invite 8 contestants from non-World Series qualifying teams to also join the field and compete in the Derby. And you've always said it. It's a fun event. Everybody's at the ballpark at the same time. It really creates a cool atmosphere for these guys that can swing the stick.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, then, without further ado, let's get Jamie O'Mara from Iowa on the horn.
There he is.
Hey.
What's up, Jamie? How are you?
Sandy, Christian. Good. How you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Where are you? You look like you're in a press box at a baseball field.
Yep. I'm at my high school field right now. Gonna go reclay the mound when I'm done here.
I'm not
Oh,
surprised at all.
do you ever leave baseball fields, or you just sleep there too?
I wish I didn't, but I have to every once in a while.
Well, good stuff. Well, congratulations to Iowa on getting the #1 seed in the Great Lakes Regional Tournament. You guys have had an interesting road through the pandemic, having come to us fairly late, getting cleared. Probably just about a month ago that the school said, "Hey, you guys can get back to competition," and we had to, work hard on our end and your end to just be able to get you into the league for this season. And your guys have obviously done great things with that opportunity.
Yeah, the night that I actually called both of you guys, that was the night that our rec services department cleared us to play, and I told our team and everybody that things are going to go very quickly here if we do get approved to do this, and I'm just lucky we got the opportunity to just play this year.
Jamie, you got heading into regionals. You're playing Adrian College, which I'm assuming you've probably never played before. With that being said, what kind of things are you telling your guys to prepare for a team that you've never seen before?
In recent past, we're always going into regionals, looking to face like Colorado State, Iowa State, and the teams that we're used to seeing. But with this year's regional tournament, I kind of just tell our guys, like, control what we can control. We can't really worry about the opponent, and I'm sure Adrian's coaches are thinking the same thing. We don't know anything about each other, but what we can go out there is we can pitch well, play good defense, and put the ball in play. So just kind of controlling what we can control.
Have you seen any, with such a late start, do you feel like your program has hit the stride for the 2021 season yet, or are you still kind of getting the rust off?
Well, we've actually been practicing all winter. We actually had some JUCOs, NAIs, and D3 teams lined up to play this spring, if we had that opportunity to play. But so we were actually practicing and doing everything that we do normally. We're just trying to find our step and find a good opportunity and just to go out and play, however we play, however we show up on the field and everything like that. We're just excited to play, I think.
And Jamie, I was actually looking at we were talking about the Marucci Long Ball Challenge a couple minutes ago, and I was looking at the home run leaderboard, and a guy's name that certainly I recognize, and I don't want to mess his last name up, but Jack Capalli, is that his last name? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yep, that's correct.
So I know that he's been around for a while, or at least I want to say he was in Holly Springs at the 19 World Series. But what other players to watch, or what players can we watch out for in the Iowa lineup this time around?
We have 4 returning players from that 2019 team: Jack Capalli, Mark Primrose, Tanner Natsky,
Okay.
and you guys probably know Connor Young. He participated in the 19 Long Ball Challenge.
Yep.
And actually, Connor Clark, too, is returning, our starting pitcher from the Game 1.
Okay, good. So you have some guys. I know that year, obviously, or that World Series didn't go as the way you planned it. So I'm assuming those guys are hungry to get back and, hopefully cap this year off with a national championship.
Yeah, hopefully. Just looking for that opportunity.
Now, Jamie, you've been around the NCBA for many, many years, and always through the D1 ranks. Are you preparing your team differently, given that we're playing in Division II rules this year, 7-inning games, especially? You've always played 7-inning doubleheaders, but postseason wise, you're used to 9-inning games. There's some new rules with some re-entry and courtesy runners. How are you preparing your team differently for this year's unique situation?
I think I'm the one that needs to prepare the most. I'm not used to those re-entry rules and courtesy running and everything like that. So I think right now we're just going to go look to play D1 rules, like what we're used to. And then if that opportunity arises where I could re-enter somebody, or pinch run to re-enter, pinch hit to re-enter, things like that, we'll just kind of play it game by game.
All right. Definitely throwing a curveball to the coach to kind of challenge you with some new opportunities there.
Well, Jamie, I'm hopeful to hopefully we'll see you out in Pittsburgh, Kansas. We've known each other, you, me, Sandy, for a very long time. You've done great things for that Iowa program, and good luck this weekend. And like I said, hopefully we'll see you out in Pittsburgh, Kansas.
All right, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Jamie.
Take care, Jamie. All right, so we got one more thing. Just want to touch on some housekeeping items on the NCBA front. Other teams that aren't focused on regionals right now should be working on. 21-22 paperwork has been sent out to all the teams, the league participation agreements, and the registration forms. It's important to get those back by July 1. The registration forms are very important because we need to get updated contact information with seniors graduating, new student officers taking over. We need to know who we should be talking to over the summer. So please, if you're getting that email over and over again and you're not the guy involved anymore, don't just hit delete. Hit reply. Just say, hey, it's not me. It's this guy. Put us in touch with him, and we'll start making sure the communication is headed in the right direction there. So.
Yes, that's a good point because, I do a lot of that sometimes. We're just delete instead of addressing the issue. So,
right.
Yes, if you're one of those teams that keeps getting the emails, please just shoot us a quick email like, hey, this guy's taking over, and we'll take you off and put the new guy on and get in touch with him. So,
absolutely. All right, so I think that's going to wrap up our NCBA segment. We've got regionals this weekend, and we'll sneak in another Sweet 301 prior to the World Series to kind of talk about those matchups. But let's slide over to NCSA softball operations because that's going to be the next big event. Is the softball World Series kicks off not this weekend but the following weekend. So I guess where we're going to start here is we've got a special message from Mary Sherman with the Columbus Sports Council. So let's take it away. Let's hear what she has to say.
The Columbus Sports Council is thrilled to welcome back the NCSA World Series to beautiful South Common Softball Complex. We can't wait to see you in Columbus, Georgia. Check out the new bullpens. Welcome to the new addition here at South Common Softball Complex. Let's go in and take a look.
We can't wait to see you in Columbus, Georgia.
Hey.
All right. Dave, that was a cameo appearance by David Boyd there at the end. David Boyd and Mary Sherman, always gracious hosts down there in Columbus, Georgia. We love being involved with them. To talk some more about the World Series, let's bring Savannah on.
Hey
Savs.
guys. What's going on?
Hey, the new improvements. I want to especially get into that. I assume you were able to see the video that Columbus put together for us. But I think that they mentioned that they put cameras on all the fields. Those aren't security cameras. Those are broadcast cameras. So like there's going to be a feed where parents who don't make or other teams or people that aren't in Columbus, Georgia can go online and watch. They can pick Field 7 and watch the game from Field 7 right from their computer.
Yep, and those fields will have sound as well, so you'll be able to hear, game sounds as well. It's like you're right behind home plate. You'll be able to hear the umpire making calls, those kind of things. So it's super exciting. We'll be sure to keep continuously posting that link. It's super easy. It's one link, you go to it, and then you select the field that the team you want to watch is playing on. So we're really excited about that. And
Is that
being
free of
able to-
charge?
Yes, absolutely free of
Awesome.
charge. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that looked like
And
a
you
lot
saw
of.
other cool things. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the batting cages. Like I'm running logistics right now on how we're going to actually make that work. It's so exciting that we're going to have access to something like that. So,
Yeah,
teams will
definitely.
just be sharing.
Definitely reach out to Eric. I know we always have for batting cage schedules and things like that. Maybe we can bounce those off of you. But yeah, I mean those looked like awesome improvements. New seats at the stadium. Obviously the camera being the piece de resistance. That was pretty awesome for anybody maybe not able to make it down to Columbus, Georgia, to sit at home and watch the national championships. That's pretty cool.
And you've got, I believe I've seen that your schedule has been released for the World Series. Your opening 2 days of, what are we calling it? Opening round play has all been set up.
Seeding round.
The seeding round.
The seeding round schedule has been released. Actually, this is the first time anybody's seeing this. So we're about to have Ray on here in a minute, and he doesn't even know who he's playing yet.
Wow.
So this is like live and in person. This is the first time anybody's seeing this. So if you're watching Sweet 301 live, you're the first person to know about this.
All right.
So like you see, we'll be talking to Ray here in a minute. They're in the number 4 seed, so that'll be fun for Ray to see. Some exciting matchups here. What's unique about our fun 13-team schedule is teams are actually getting more games. Instead of the guaranteed 5 games, each team's going to get a guaranteed 6 games because there's 4 games of pool play for each team. So if we go to the next slide, and a big shout out to Joe for getting these on for us so last minute, because this is all live and in person happening by the minute. Yep, and then you'll see Friday's schedule as well. So
That Navy-Illinois matchup jumps out at me at 2 o'clock on Friday.
at the stadium, huh?
Yeah, Virginia Tech, Florida State. It's been big matchups early in this tournament.
There are. I'm excited to see some of this. It was interesting because part of our, seeding pool play situation is that we don't want any teams that have already played each other this spring to play in this round. So we have quite a few teams who have already played each other, especially in that South Atlantic East Conference that are being represented here. So it was some fun finagling, but it actually came out really exciting. I'm excited to see some of these matchups.
So this is the pool play round, and then after the Thursday, Friday games, they'll be reseeded. Is that how it works?
Yep, that's right. So we will use these games to seed for the tournament seeding, which is double elimination, which starts Saturday morning.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
So who's Sacred Heart have who they matching up against first?
Yeah, let's see who they play because we're about to give Ray a.
Go back to the Thursday slide there. There, Joseph.
Let's see.
Pitt at 11 o'clock
Sacred
on
Heart's
Thursday.
playing Pitt and Virginia Tech on Thursday. Then on Friday they play Clemson and Air Force.
Nice.
Definitely teams they didn't match up with this spring.
Super
So are the
excited.
teams excited about? You haven't even sent this out. You said.
No, this is
Oh, wow.
literally.
Hey.
You guys are the first to know.
This is the unveiling.
The unveiling.
It's
well,
the unveiling. That's a
I'm
word.
sure that the teams are going to be excited about this, seeing this. Hopefully, they're tuning in now. If they're not, they're missing out.
Yeah. Well,
You're
let's
missing
get
out if you're not.
Yeah.
well let's get Ray on and get his reaction to the schedule release. There is. Oh, we got your Can you hear us, Ray? We can't hear Ray. That's no good. That's Ray Mencio, head coach for Sacred Heart Club softball. Bummer we can't get his audio. Hopefully maybe we can get that worked out. We were excited to have him on.
Yeah, I know their team's really excited to be heading down to Columbus, literally like a week from tomorrow. Our coaches meeting is a week from tomorrow, so really excited
Wow.
about that. Yeah,
Well,
and just a little backstory on Sacred Heart. You want to?
yeah, give
You
it to
guys have
us.
those notes?
Yeah,
Yeah. So they won all their conference games, albeit a small conference this year against Montclair State. But then they matched up against our reigning national champs, Naval Academy, a couple weekends ago, and took 2 of 3 in that series. So are they setting precedents here? Are they setting the bar high for themselves? I'm excited to see what Ray has to say about that. If we can get Ray.
Yeah, I'll tell you what,
There he is. Ray, can you hear us?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, there he is.
Okay. All right, that's better. Sorry about that. I don't know what was going on there.
That's all right.
Welcome to Suite 301, Ray. Good to see you.
Thanks to have me, guys. I'm very excited to be on with you.
I'll tell you what, Savannah was just giving us the recap of your season so far, going undefeated in conference play, and then picking up that non-conference series with Navy, our reigning champ, taking 2 or 3 from them. I guarantee by taking 2 or 3 from Navy, everybody in this field now has Sacred Heart on the radar. No one's gonna be sleeping when they play you guys, you girls.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably not a good thing for us then, huh?
Yeah, your element of surprise is gone.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was a great opportunity to get to go down there though and play them, and they're there's just a class act group of women, and Roxanne's a great coach, so it was fun to be down there.
And how did you select Navy? Was that just a team that was available to play, or was that you wanted to play the national champions and see how you matched up against them?
That really was like all Savannah, because there's not a lot of teams up here that are willing to play. So she kind of was like, "Hey, Navy's looking for games. You guys want to play them?" So we were like, "You know what? It's about a 5-hour drive down. We'll do it." So anyone to play really, which just made it
Awesome.
Good for you. Now, talk to us about the Sacred Heart team a little bit. Give us a peek of the cards, the playing cards. Like you strong in the pitching department, hitting, offense, defense.
We're very good defensively. We've got some really good hitters. Pitching, we don't have an ace or a lockdown number one. So we're even we have some depth there, but as a team we're pretty deep. So with our rules in softball and being able to re-enter and make changes it definitely helped.
Now, how's your team? Are they pretty excited about the World Series and this opportunity? Because I mean, when you look at that field of teams that are going, there's no slouches there. I mean, those are all high quality programs that have gotten cleared to play softball this year and are heading to the World Series. How's the team mentally psyched up about getting to face that kind of competition?
Yeah, they're very excited just to be able to continue to play games, particularly our seniors. Who thought maybe they weren't going to have community, and the last time we were down in Georgia was 2017. So in that year, in our pool was Arkansas State and James Madison and Florida State, but Arkansas State ended up beating James Madison in the championship year. So definitely accustomed to seeing some high quality teams.
The pool of death is what they would call that. So Savannah just unveiled the pool play, which I hope you got to see. But your first matchup Thursday being against, I believe, who is it, Pittsburgh. And then on the second game you got
Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech.
So how are you feeling about those matchups? Do you know a lot about those teams, or?
No, not really. And I think one of you guys hit on it before. Every team you're going to play is going to be good. So it doesn't really matter. Almost who you got matched up against. It's going to be a tough matchup, and you just got to be ready to go.
Then your Friday schedule, you got Clemson and Air Force Academy. So you're going to get both service academies this year on the schedule for at least one game. So should be fun.
And interesting stuff. I mean, Army doesn't have a club team, but one of our senior captains, her dad used to be associate athletic director at Army and was an intern softball coach there for a short period of time a couple of years ago. So, we kind of have ties with all these service academies now.
Awesome.
Good stuff. Well, hey, you got a nice variety of opponents you'll see in the opening rounds. Good luck to you and the rest of the Sacred Heart ladies, as you
Thank you very much.
enjoy this quest. There's a lot of teams out there that aren't getting to play softball this spring, so enjoy that moment, but have fun competing, and best of luck along the road.
Thank you very much. Thanks to you guys for making this all happen. Again, for us up here in the Northeast, we really don't have a lot of teams and stuff that are, playing. So for our student athletes, getting that opportunity means a lot.
Yeah, good luck to your club baseball boys this weekend as well. Be remiss to
Thank you
not
so
mention
much.
them.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Well, thank you, Ray. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Ray.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, good luck
Thanks.
down
See
in
you
Columbus.
Next week.
See you next
soon.
week. Take
All
care.
right. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Well, Savannah, let's. Why don't you take us through the latest top 10 poll you got?
It's so much fun. The top 10 was released today. So all the things coming in hot, like literally hot within the past several hours today, which is exciting. Illinois, our number 1 seed for the World Series, number 1 in the May top 10 poll. Here we go. Clemson, you got Clemson holding strong at number 2. Iowa State falling a few spots to number 3, but still. And then Washington State holding in at number 4. Really proud of them for such a great season. Unfortunately, they couldn't make the trip to Georgia work, but I really look forward to seeing how they progress here in the coming season. So big shout out to them. Then we got Virginia Tech at 5, Sacred Heart, Ray. This is might be the first time he's seeing that too. Sacred Heart in at number 6, NC State 7, Lake Superior 8, Florida State 9, and Arkansas State 10. Yeah, so it's exciting stuff. Lots of releases today. But as Ray was saying, how did we get the Navy Sacred Heart series? Our goal for this year was let's play softball. And I was committed to however we can make that happen. Whoever was available to play, let's try to match those teams up. So that Sacred Heart Navy matchup kind of just fell into this beautiful place. So I was excited for it. And now we've got all these other teams ready to go for next week.
Good stuff. It's going to be fun down there. I know you it's been a tradition of yours for probably 12, 13 years to be at the Softball World Series, going back to when you were even a player.
Right. Let's not age me. We don't have to talk about how long this has been. But yes, it's a tradition that I could never live without now.
Well, good stuff. I'm glad you were able to work hard and get it back going. And I think it looks like with the way things are shaping up, the 21-22 season will be an even bigger step back to normalcy with more schools being allowed to return to competition. So. Well, before we end the softball segment, let's go over some housekeeping items that you want to address.
Yeah, some exciting things, again, still going on here, especially for the teams that weren't approved for competition. We still have this opportunity to recognize your amazing players. The Sportsmanship Award, this will be the second year. Last year was the first year that we had it. And you can submit your testimonial for that player by this Friday. We've got quite a few nominations already, so I'd love to see more, especially, again, this is an opportunity for those teams that weren't necessarily approved for competition, but I know there are teams out there that have been working hard all year long. So please take the time to nominate your players for that. And
sorry, Savannah, is that the first year doing that?
Second year. So
second year.
Last year, our COVID ended year, it was the first year we thought, let's at least recognize some players as well.
Northern Arizona.
Yeah. Northern Arizona's
I think we had her on.
Michaela Key.
Yeah,
we did have her on Suite 301. That's right. So hopefully we'll be able to get our Sportsmanship Award winner on as well. Probably not the 25th because that'll be all baseball heavy, but maybe after that, the next Suite 301. So, and then stats for those of you that were cleared to play this spring and who do have stats, please make sure you're uploading those to the website so that we can do an All-Americans this year. And then registration paperwork, that's renewals for 2021, 2022. We've got, a bunch of those coming in every day now. But if you haven't done that already, please make sure to take care of that here in the next few weeks.
All right, good stuff, Sabs. Well, hey, I know you've been working hard on this season, and it's getting to be crunch time. I think you and your staff leaving next week to head down to Columbus, Georgia. So we wish you the best, safe travels, and to put on another first-class event like you always do.
We will. Bye, guys.
All right, we'll see you, Savs. All right, well, that's going to conclude our softball segment of this May Sweet 301. Let's welcome to the show Justin Rickert, Director of Football Operations. We're going to talk about some NCFA items.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for having me again. As always, happy to be here.
Of course.
Yeah. So on the football side today, not a whole lot of new updates, but we do have some exciting news. All in all, we'll get to it in a little bit here. But just to start off, we released a rule book, new 2021 rule book for for the upcoming season. Here, we can find that on the NCFA website. I also sent it out to all the teams already, so if they ever need anything on that end, they can always get to me, or like I said, it's on the website under that documents tab that we have there. But as far as updates go, we're happy to have Middle Georgia State coming back into the fold this year. We haven't, we finally got their paperwork in, and they got approved by the South Atlantic Conference, so we now have a 4-team conference down that way, and it's looking to be pretty competitive down in the South this year. So,
good stuff.
We're really happy to have them back to get moving there. And also in another big news here is you normally have 4 conferences in the NCFA. This year we're rolling with 5. We actually have a 5th conference this year. Generally we have the Mid-Atlantic. We have a east and a west side of the Mid-Atlantic. Now we have the Mid-Atlantic Mid-Atlantic West is now going to be the Great American Conference. That hosts Ohio State, Toledo, Wright State, Miami, Ohio, those teams there. And then the Mid-Atlantic East is now just the Mid-Atlantic Conference. So we got Pitt over there, and George Mason, Coppin State, and Longwood. So, it's going to be nice, kind of some teams have a little more competition, a chance to get a conference championship this year, and so
right.
we're really excited about that too. But yeah, all in all, I mean, things are shaping up pretty good for football this year. We're looking to have a great season. I know these guys are just
chomping at the bit.
Oh, they're ready to go. I've been getting phone calls from these guys just telling me how excited they've been all for the past couple months here. So we're super amped up that we got a lot of this stuff solidified before the summertime, and a lot of these teams are good to get back, and hopefully we even in the next couple of weeks here we have a couple more teams back on board too that we're used to seeing.
Absolutely. A couple teams out there still haven't been cleared to return to play for this fall yet, but hopefully we'll be able to get them on at the last minute.
Absolutely.
Yeah, most of these teams, I mean, we had a couple teams down in Georgia that were able to play some spring football, but other than that, the rest of the league hasn't played since the fall of 2019.
Yep.
So, yeah, they're hungry to get back playing football, put the pads on, and,
Yeah.
Smash into each other.
Yeah, compete for something meaningful too. It's
all
fantastic.
Right. Good stuff. Well, thanks, Justin, for the update on the NCFA, and we will roll into the basketball portion of the show. Let's get into some NCBA updates, and we'll welcome to the show Alec Verhoff. There he is. Nope. Alec, no audio on Alec right now.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, there we go.
Hey.
Awesome. Glad I can finally get back on the show where you guys can hear me.
Well, we're glad that we got that all figured out. We got Alec Verhoff, the director of women's basketball operations, as well as the team development director on men's and women's basketball, on with us right now. Alec, we just released the results of both the men's and women's voting ballots. So why don't you take us through those?
Yeah, just kind of on the women's voting ballot, women's only had the one rule that they voted on. That was to expand the roster from 18 to 20, and that got voted no. I think there were some teams initially that were interested, but then once they heard that price was going to go up a little bit for dues, that kind of scared them away. So we are rolling with the 18 roster limit for the season.
Okay. Take us through the men's.
Yeah, on the men's, they had a couple things that they voted on as well. The seniors getting that extra year of eligibility, which they voted yes on. and the NCBBA. I mean, the same process of seeding, and which again that voted yes on. So yeah, the women's side they got voted no. Men's basketball they got all yeses. So,
Yeah. So and
we'll have,
on the eligibility side, that's basically allowing players that were in their final year of eligibility or graduated in the 2000, I guess spring of 2020 season. If they were on a playoff team, clinched a playoff spot, or were still in the running for a playoff spot, they can request a 1-year extension of eligibility. They have to meet all the other academic eligibility requirements, but they certainly can get an extra year back if they want to, try and finish, get their last hurrah is what we call it around the office. So that was something that was passed. It was passed the previous year, but we obviously didn't have a season. And then, yes, as far as the seeding goes, nothing was really discussed in the rule book, so we'll have something put in the rule book so that teams can see exactly how the seeding works for the regionals, which is the same seeding method that we use for the national championship tournament. So both those things were passed, and we will get those rule books updated and released to you guys here in the next couple weeks. They'll be also on the website as well. So look out for those coming into your email inboxes here in a couple weeks.
All right. And then we've got some new team announcements, right?
Yes. We got on the men's side of things, we have 3 new teams on board. We have 2 from the University of Wisconsin Platteville. We have University of Wisconsin Platteville, Baraboo, Sauk County, and then University of Wisconsin Platteville, Richland. Those are 2 separate campuses. There'll be obviously 2 separate teams competing in the league. And then we also got Georgia College and State University that came on board. So we're really excited about having those 3 teams on. Should have another team. I have the paperwork on my desk. It's just not 100% finalized just yet, but a lot of good things happening. Nala can speak to that as well. I know he's taken over the new team stuff on both men's and women's, and he can certainly tell you that there's a lot of big things brewing on the new team front in both leagues. So teams should be excited about that coming back for 21-22.
We had and the National Club Basketball Association had a lot of momentum going into COVID, and it's nice to have Alec back on board to help us regain that momentum, working with these teams to get here and grow the leagues and get back to a stable foundation and keep pushing that pedal to the metal and making this nationwide opportunity for college club basketball players to compete against their peers. So keep it up, the good work, Alec. What do we got on?
Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say that first season for women's basketball, the 1920 season, it was the largest inaugural season for any of our leagues. So, there's a lot of potential there on the women's side for sure. And then Christian taking over men's basketball, he's getting that going definitely in the right direction. So, cool. It's always been in the right direction, but you know what I mean.
Yes. Thank you, Alec.
Very excited with how things are going.
Thank you for the kind words. But we're excited. There is a lot of new teams that have expressed a lot of interest. We had a good head of steam. Unfortunately, COVID kind of stalled some things, but we're picking right back up where we left off, and really, really excited about 21-22. The member teams should be really excited about it too. Hopefully we'll be back to almost normal, and should be excited. So big things there. Thank you, Alec. Some housekeeping things. Do you want to go through some housekeeping things on the men's and women's side as well?
Yeah, big thing is get those LPAs in. Those have been sent out for a while now. We just had phone day last week where we resent those out as well. Just kind of a reminder. Get those in by June 1st. Please be wary of those deadlines. We definitely want those in by June 1st, so we can know what kind of numbers that we've got. Definitely makes the recruiting job easier, being able to tell these new teams what teams we have returning as well.
Absolutely. And obviously we got, the registration forms, which we touched on. That's across the board, same thing with all of our sports, but, making sure we have the updated contact information for the teams. And then we also have that, the early registration for new teams is June 1st as well. So that's $100 new team registration fee. Normally, I believe on the men's side, that's $350, and on the women's side, it's $250. So if you're a new team and wanting to come on board, you have a few more weeks to save some money. So please reach out to us about that. But I think other than that, I don't think we have anything else for you, Alec.
All right.
Thank you for being a part of the show.
Yeah, I'm glad my audio finally works again.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, Bubby. All right, Alec. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's our show for this month of May. Well, this show of the month of May.
Yes.
We're going to have another one coming at you here soon. So thank you for tuning in to Suite 301, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook.
Yes, sir. Next episode, Tuesday, May 25th. That'll be, right before we leave as a staff for our men's, the Club Baseball National Championship. So May 25th, 3:01 p.m., right here on Facebook Live. Join us to catch up on everything that's happening around Colt Club sports.
Don't forget, it's a game.
Have fun.